So let's just jump right into it. All right, and away they go. Finally, some juicy league action underway. Mayu, Tino, both coming off of losses in their opening game. They had bye weeks in the first 2 weeks, so somebody will get their first win in league play tonight. Should be a very exciting race. Mayu, relatively new to the speedrunning scene. Tino, a veteran for sure, been around for quite a long time when it comes to the MGS2 VE speedrun. And since we had all the technical snags, if anybody wants to tell me in chat if I need to adjust audio levels or anything like that, that would be incredibly helpful. But not a lot going on as we get up to our first boss fight, Olga. That'll be a small separator in the run as far as RNG is concerned, whether she goes right or left. We'll see what each runner gets. Looks like Tino's going to make his way to Olga first. See what he gets. Left side Olga, so the chance to loop her, but also the chance to have her not loop, and I think she's not going to loop. We'll see.
I've been with the unit since
Nope,
I was
did not
born.
loop. So this is kind of like a Trollga a little bit. Gonna lose a little bit of time here. Mayu having a little bit of trouble with her Olga as well. Yet they're both having some trouble.
I have no one.
Ooh, looks like Mayu's gonna get the second cutscene.
Nothing else matters to me.
All right, Tino's out first. Mayu just needs one more shot to end the fight. Ooh, just wasn't enough damage. Oh, ends the fight there. So, not too bad. I mean, I don't blame him for the shaky start because of all the tech issues, the massive delay, and everything else. But, I mean, it is what it is. Still close early. And I think Mayu got a Dave Wildstar animation cancel. That was really nice to see. So now they're going to be heading down to the engine room. I think we'll see both of them do a traditional strategy down there that doesn't involve getting a caution and skipping a cutscene. It loses about a second over the optimal strat, but not the end of the world. Tino just shooting that guard, really just for the memes. You really don't need to do anything to that guard. You can just run past him and it's fine. Little trouble with the camera menu. Tino will be using that for ladder glitch later. So yeah, Tino's going to drop down in a particular spot, trank this guard. Oh, not trank this guard. Oh, trank the guard. No, this is bad. This is really bad. Let's see what Tino does here. We're going to have some attack team guards coming, and he has a good chance of getting kicked. Oh, unfortunate, getting kicked. Oh, and got it a second time. That's rough. You get an alert early in engine room, this is what it can do to you. But hey, at least he skipped the cutscene and he didn't blow up the ship. So, Mayu taking it easy with the sensor there. Pretty even race so far. A little shaky early on, but still close. Tino's just gonna get right up in the face, trank that guard. It's like Mayu's doing the same thing, but Tino got the alert. And Mayu didn't. As long as you don't get shot, as long as you don't get kicked down there, it really doesn't matter all too much if you get the alert. But guard rush coming up. So 7 guards, 4 in the first wave, 3 in the last wave. Let's see how they do. Tino struggling just a little bit. Didn't get the guard behind the box. Had to reload his gun. Tino on the last 3. Fairly clean from Tino. Mayu struggling with the guard in the back just a tad. And that's guard rush for Mayu. Alright, ladder glitch from Tino. Holds can be a very, very scary place, since if you get spotted, it is an instant game over. Good little flick shot. And Tino out of hold 1. Mayu gets ladder glitch successfully. Gonna play it a little safe, just go around the guard. Oh, and Tino's gonna try the domino strat and gets a game over. Oh, man. That is rough. That is rough. Opportunity for Mayu. She's just gonna do the hold up. Oh, she gets a game over as well. And Tino gets another one. Wow. Oh, man. Tino's committed to this role. Like, no, don't do that. Wow. How did that work? Oh, man. So many struggles. Oh, Mayu. You hate to see it. You really hate to see it. Tino taking his photos and looks to be out of tanker. Just take it safe, Mayu. Just take it safe. Oh, man. It's unfortunate. It happens to all of us at some point. Like, the holds are tough. All we can do is just sit back and watch. All right. Looks like she is going to be out of hold 2 finally. All right. Tino moving on to the first part of the plant section. Not really a whole lot to do here until you get to the Stillman cutscene at the start of bomb disposal. A lot of tutorial stuff, a lot of cutscenes and codex to skip. Looks like Mayu will be out of tanker as well. Even with all the mistakes, it's not insurmountable. And shout outs to Tino's birthday. Yeah. So I don't know if anybody caught that. And Mayu's now out of tanker. So both in the plant. Still relatively close-ish despite the struggles from both competitors. What's plant gonna give us? Like, seriously. Looks like Tino is taking the meme bait and going back to get the M9. Since you're waiting for the elevator to come down, you have time to come back and get the M9. If you don't get the M9 here, it just spawns on the roof of Shredder. But some people come down here to get it for the memes. Some people go and get the extra ammo on the right. It just fill the time basically, just for the memes. And because Tino picked up the M9 down there, you get an ammo box spawned instead. So, I mean, if you're one of those people that does a non-lethal Fat Man, could be useful. Have the extra ammo. Meanwhile, Mayu is going to take a more traditional approach, just kind of sit and wait. Not going back to get the M9 or anything, just going to play it safe. It's going to let the blind guard notice. And the guard will be extra blind. Great eyesight. Absolute grade A eyesight for sure by that guard. And Mayu getting her M9 on the roof since she didn't get in the docks. Tino almost to the start of the bomb disposal section. But hope everybody's doing well. We do appreciate you guys sticking around through the tech finagles and whatnot. Hopefully we can deliver a few good races for you this evening. Hopefully tech issue free. And Tino is playing as well as Mayu on New Game Plus or Plus Plus. That way we can skip the 45-minute cutscene with Peter Stillman. At least I think it's 45 minutes long, but okay, bomb disposal for Tino. He's going to equip his M9 and his coolant spray to defuse the bombs. It's going to go in clockwise order for the struts, so going from C to D to E and so forth. One bomb in each strut. So you can either take out this guard and then defuse the bomb, or do it in the reverse order. Typically, you want to defuse the bomb, then take out the guard. It's just slightly faster. And you'll notice that he crouched there. If you crouch for that particular bomb, it is... Ooh. Got shot. Just shoot the guard. A little bit of finagle there. As I was saying, if you crouch for that particular bomb, you get what's called a fast bomb because of the angle and how close you are to the bomb. And you save about 1.25 seconds over just spraying it from a distance. And Mayu getting ready to start her bomb disposal route as well. Gonna do the M9 and coolant. The roof bomb can be a little bit tricky at times. You're gonna want to cartwheel into prone because the bomb is underneath the Harrier. But if you are too far away, then you'll have to readjust and you just lose time. Pretty good distance from Tino, and Tino did the coolant rise there, where you get up and unequip your coolant to some other weapon to cancel the rest of the stand-up animation. And he's a part of the one cartwheel club. You cartwheel once down the stairs, not twice. Twice is a joke. EF bridge can definitely be a little tricky with claymore mines in places around the bridge. You can do a damage cancel. You can pick up the mine. Dino's going to do damage cancel, and done successfully. Very, very clean. That is old school Tino at his finest. Known for damage cancel claymore strats way back in 2018.
Is there somebody there?
Mayu making her way to her Harrier bomb. Gets it pretty cleanly. I think she's a part of the One Cartwheel Club as well. And she is. Very good. That is the appropriate club. Now, Strut A can be a little tricky with crawling under the pipes and doing a couple coolant rises, and then trying to defuse this bomb from its rear position, which is not really intended. It's not a super precise spot, but it is somewhat precise. Looks like Tino got it pretty cleanly. Mayu taking the safe approach with the binds, doesn't want to do any sort of pickup or damage cancel, or just keep that mine away from me. I don't want to touch that thing till later. So now the FA bridge coming up for Mayu can be a cute little bridge, a little bit of a difficult bridge for some. You're gonna get spotted intentionally by the Cypher and the guard. You'll trink the guard, and then you're gonna try to trink an attack team guard without getting kicked. A lot happening at once. Got shot, unfortunately, but didn't get kicked. So getting shot only loses like 3/4 of a second. Getting kicked, you're losing roughly 3. Tino coming up to the end of his bomb disposal. One more bomb to go in the main set. Mayu trying to get herself lined up for the Strut A bomb. Like I said before, it's somewhat precise, somewhat lenient. It's one of those things where it's kind of funny to get that hitbox. And Tino wisely going for the Strut C bomb first, then picking up the sensor. It is a touch faster if you do it in that order instead of the reverse, because you don't get a codec delay when picking up this sensor like you do when exiting Strut C if you do it in the reverse order. The codec just comes in really, really fast for some reason. Tino making his way to the bottom of Strut A. You'll notice that he has a timer on screen. If you happen to get a game over or die during one of these time segments like this, you get sent back to the beginning of the time segment. So, say he died in this room, you'd be losing over a minute. Very unlikely in this kind of a situation and very easy, but something to keep in mind for a future section later on. Funny enough, Tino went prone on the elevator. That is a 1/4 second faster if you are prone, because you'll actually hit the load zone for the the, uh, the elevator just a little bit quicker. Same if you're going up. If you're standing up versus prone in the elevator going up, you'll hit the load zone just a little bit quicker as well. Very important that you don't go in the water here. You lose like 5 or 6 seconds, and it just does not make you feel good. So fortune fight for Tino coming up. He's going to be doing a 3-punch buffer at the start while facing right, and then crouch. Oh, he crouched first, but got up. Very important you don't move or take a step on accident. You want Fortune to shoot the boxes, the forklift, you, and then the lights. If you move at all and she doesn't do that in that order, you could lose 20, 30 plus seconds down here. So it looks like Tino got the correct setup, and now he's going to bait Fortune to shoot other stuff. This is a different setup than what I'm used to, so eventually she's going to shoot the barrels, and it's somewhat of an auto-scroller at this point, but you do have to be mindful of what she is shooting. And there is a little bit of a variance down here, about 4 or 5 seconds if you do it correctly. If you get that setup wrong, like I said, you're losing 30 plus. Mayu coming up to her final bomb as well, just a little too far away, just needs to get a little bit closer. There we go. And then she'll be starting her fortune fight. Good fortune fight from Tino. Ended on fire, I guess one would say. Oh, gets hit by the claymore. That's unfortunate. So you can damage cancel that claymore mine as well, and then pick up the chaff. It is a little tricky, little inconsistent, but hey, you get the chaff grenades for later. They'll definitely come in handy. Mayu starting her fortune fight, same setup. But I think she moved. I think she was just off a little bit, so she's going to get additional dialogue and a delay in shooting some of the objects that needs to be done. So, little unfortunate there for Mayu. Maybe just move at the start, just a tad. I didn't see. I mean, the smallest of steps, like if you do a step and then do your punches, like it just will not work. It is very finicky. Meanwhile, Tino heading to the Fat Man fight. More than likely going to do lethal strats with the SOCOM, defuse a couple of bombs, knock the big dude down, and deal with the fat guy in 2 cycles. And Mayu just wrapped up her fight with Fortune, and she'll be on her way to Fat Man as well. All right, Fat Man from Mr. Tino. Gets close enough to that bomb for a fast bomb. Very good. 3 shots to knock Fat Man down. 2 headshots. Unfortunately, he gets the worst RNG by going left. It is random which way he goes after the knockdown. He can go south, east, or west like that. Not a bad ending to the fight. Gets somewhat of a fast bomb. So, overall, not a bad fight. Fast bomb there to end, and that is all the bombs and all the Fat Mans. Now, I think we'll probably see Mayu pick up the Claymore mine here, which could be useful for a strategy once she gets to the Shell 1 core. You also can just pick it up here just for safety. That way you don't have any issues with it later on. Tino has his stealthy BDU outfit. And as he heads to the Shell 1 core, we'll see what Mayu does with her Fat Man fight. All right, Fat Man for Mayu. Just a little too far away for the fast bomb, but that's all right. Knock the dude down 3 times, shoot once, shoot again, and gets the best RNG by going south. Good fight. Very good fight from Mayu. Unfortunate on the fast bombs, was still a very good fight.
Yo, what are you doing?
Tino heading down to the B2 computer room to pick up the directional microphone. Having a little fun with that guard at the elevator. Just didn't know what he was doing. relatively new strategy that was developed where you can lay down a Claymore mine in the elevator, shoot it, and then get an alert. It'll actually cause attack team guards to spawn and go into the elevator to investigate, and keeping the elevator open. Tino not opting to go for it here, mostly because he doesn't have a Claymore since he did damage cancel. But it does save about a second and a half. All right, the next element of RNG would be aims. Aims position is randomized on New Game Plus or Plus Plus, which these two are playing on. Oh no! He tranked the guard. Now you gotta wake. No, you gotta wake him up, or get another guard over here. This is a lot of time loss. Oh my! Just no, just eat your losses and. Oh my goodness. Oh. Golden opportunity for Mayu. This is painfully slow. Tino has had issues in this room in the past. But this is all time save for Mayu. Okay, gets the guy up to the sensor, but man, that is unfortunate. All right, let's see where Tino's position for aims is. Interesting. Interesting. He's just going down that part of the hallway instead. And he gets one of the worst aims, northwest. But this race has gotten tighter, despite all the mistakes by both. This is still a relatively close race. And we have a ton of stuff coming up. Harrier, Vamp, all of Endgame, the sensors before Harrier. Anything can still happen. All right, as Tino exits B1, Mayu enters B1. And gets a clean grab on the sensor. So yeah, all that time saved now solidified. Let's see what kind of aims Mayu gets. Looks like she got the Jennifer spawn based on your system clock. And it looks like, no, that's not aims. That is not aims. It's going to be northwest. Is that the exact same position? I think that's the exact same aims. That's so weird. That's the exact same aims as Tino. Very, very strange. When you have 20 plus spawn positions, that is incredibly rare to have both competitors have the same aims, but MGS2 things. All right, now Mayu will make her escape from the core. Tino heading to Shell 1-2 bridge for the infamous sensors and then the Harrier. Oh, fast elevator. Very nice. Good awareness, too, because if you get a fast elevator, you don't need to address that guard. You can just jump on the elevator. So saved a couple seconds there for sure. Now, I've seen game overs on this bridge from shooting the Cypher and blowing up the bridge. So let's see how Tino handles this. Oh, no zoom. Why, Tino? Why? He got it, though. Whatever. I don't condone that, but that you do you, my dude. All right, clean sensors. He'll begin his Harrier. He will go for a 5-shot Harrier at the start and then try to get a +1 shot as he's flying over Stretchy. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Little shaky on the 5th. 5th with high damage. And maybe +1. +1. Gonna be a good Harrier. Oh, a little too late on that die shot. Very, very unfortunate. And misses the second die shot. He fired before the lock-on. Okay, so once again, another opportunity for Mayu. And that's Harrier for Tino. Unfortunate by those couple of missed shots, but we'll see. Tino gets the leap of faith. Very good. And Mayu doing her sensors now. Doesn't blow up the bridge with the Cypher. Very good. Nice and slow. Nice and safe. Good sensors. Let's see how Mayu... Oh, Tino nearly falls. Tino, please. Oh, man. So Mayu goes for a little bit of a consistent setup. 2 shots at the start. She'll get a couple of flyover shots, but ideally she wants to end it around the die shots. Still relatively new to the Harrier, so not going for the absolute fastest stuff yet. But still a very manageable Harrier and can definitely equal Tino's. Just like to shout out to Jaguar King. Thank you for the big raid. Much appreciated. Welcome all. This is Very Easy League 2020. We are in week 3 of League. This is the first match of the night. We have 2 more matches scheduled for this evening. So if you like Metal Gear Solid 2 and races, be sure to stick around. All right, Tino into Shell 2 core. Mayu with her leap of faith. Bang, got it. Nice and clean. All right, Tino going for his Nikita pickup, which can be a little tricky at times. It's a pretty big hitbox, but it's a pretty funny hitbox. It's a if you could see the hitbox, it's kind of a weird shape. You can hit it from really high, but it's deceiving just like that. Oh, Tino, no, 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 no. Thank you. Just pick it up. That's what I mean. The Nikita hitbox is jank at best. Oh, man. I have done that many a times. Mayu making her way to the Shell 2 core. Couple cartwheels left. And is going to get in there safely. Tino firing his Nikita through the vents. Trying to take out the circuit panel a la MGS1 style. Doesn't kill the president, which takes 2 shots on Very Easy. Which I do know somebody who did kill the president on a near world record run, but I will not say who. Mayu heading down for her Nikita pickup. Has an opportunity to gain a few seconds from the kerfuffles with Tino's pickup.
I took these photos.
and very clean. So that's an example of how big the Nikita hitbox really is. And that was a very clean pickup, very clean twirl. Sometimes the little twirl in the water just can't happen for whatever reason, but very, very clean by Mayu for sure. And the person who killed the president, that would be follow me on Twitter at Apache Smash. Anyway, Tino heading for swim glitch, question mark. I want to guess he's not going to do swim glitch. Not sure if he's watching the broadcast. With the lead that he has, I would not take a chance, personally. We'll see. Old school mentality, who knows? Here we go. Swim glitch. One cycle. Two, looks to be a 2 cycle. Really nice swim glitch. That was that was a really, really good swim glitch. Just putting the foot down for sure. That's going to save him probably like maybe 12 seconds-ish. Very, very nice. And a clean vamp as well. It's very hard to get a good swim glitch. Know you got to get a good swim glitch, but you have no time to celebrate because you have to do vamp immediately. And it's a 4-second fight, as you saw. If you screw that up, you could lose 57 seconds like a certain someone in week 1. So all right, Mayu done with her codex cutscenes. Didn't kill the president. Pretty uneventful. I don't think we'll see swim glitch out of her. Probably going to see some traditional swimming strokes. Now she heads over to Vamp. Meanwhile, Tino has picked up Emma. Is going to escort her out of the core. And the game is just going to slow down for a while. But yeah, just like I said, no swim glitch from Mayu. Swim glitch is a very jank, finicky glitch. Somewhat inconsistent, very hard to pull off. It is required if you want to get world record. But clearly, our competitors are here to win, not get world record. All right, vamp fight coming up for Mayu. See how she does. One, two, three, four, 5, and 6. 2 clean vamp fights for both. Very, very nice to see. Very important that you don't spam the stingers into the water. You have to do it in a particular rhythm. And it's better to aim at the water instead of aiming at vamp directly. But yeah, both of them getting ready to do the escort section. Tino already a little bit through it. Maya getting ready to pick up Emma right now. Still relatively close. A major mistake from Tino could definitely get Mayu back in this race, so it is not over yet, for sure. But while we have a couple minutes of downtime in the action, just want to remind you this is very easily 2020 presented by Metal Gear Speedrunners. I am DLimes13, and this is an 11-week 10 race league that everybody's going to do. They'll play for 10 races over the course of 11 weeks, and then we'll have a playoff system in January to determine a champion of Very Easy League. It'll be being played round robin style, so everybody will play each other once, and everybody will have one bye week. This week, our boy Papa Plywood is on bye week. So he can just sit back and relax and watch the action. A couple more matches on tap for you this evening. We have Makarov 360 and Joseph Joestar 316 immediately following this broadcast. And then the nightcap is Mac McD and yours truly, D Limes 13. Should be some good, exciting races. And if you like various Metal Gear content, we do a lot of speed runs, races, events, teaching sessions, all kinds of stuff on this channel. Give this channel a follow, join our Discord, follow our Twitter. If you want to run any of these games, there are tons of resources available. Or if you just want to hang out with us, we'd love to have you. All right, Tino, just about to everybody's favorite section, the sniping section. And Mayu almost back to the top level of the Shell 2 core. It's going to give Emma a nice little hug here. Just kind of guide her along to the elevator. Ooh, little trouble with the elevator panel. And onto the first floor. All right, sniping section for Tino. I mean, it's a great time to take a nap, but I mean, you can lose time here if you're not careful, but you really can't save any time. You have to take out guards. You have to take out some ciphers. On very easy, there are no claymore mines. And if you stand in the wrong spot, zoom in at Emma, or just look at her funny, she can just fall and stumble, and that'll lose you about 7 or 8 seconds. So where Tino is standing, he's in a very particular spot that increases the chances that Emma doesn't fall. But you don't want to look in her direction. You don't want to zoom into the scope because Emma can fall just for reasons. And then if guards spot her, if a cipher spots her and tries to shoot at her, that's more time lost as well. So it's sort of an auto scroller, but you do have to be on your toes because you can lose 10, 20, 30 seconds here. It looks like both competitors got the Emma bump successfully coming out of the core. Basically, you bump Emma through the load zone. You save a few seconds because she teleports to a few steps away from the door for whatever reason. But if you do this on HD Collection, any version of HD Collection, the game has a tendency to soft lock because Emma would just fall through the floor into the ocean, basically. But on PS2 and PC versions, basically Sons of Liberty and Substance, it really doesn't happen. And Tino doing a very scary thing, trying to see the other side of Raiden's face. Please don't. Yeah. Oh, that's scary. That is very scary to see. All right, Mayu beginning her sniping section as well, and we're just gonna take a couple minutes, relax, enjoy the view. I'm gonna catch my breath, so enjoy the sunset, y'all. It's a good view. Do say so. It's relaxing. It's especially relaxing if you're like on a good run or you've had an intense race up to this point. It is kind of a place where you can just kind of relax and just kind of gather your breath before the intense end game. Not everybody's the biggest fan of this section, but it's okay. I give it a solid 5 out of 10. Please don't kill the birds. Yeah, once Emma gets past the first pillar, you can kind of move around freely and zoom in your scope for the most part. The only way she'll really fall after that is if you like zoom into her or try to shoot at her or something. So it's really that first section where her falling is critical. You got to be mindful of. Tino on to the final section of the oil fence. Tino will just have one more cipher to take out. Mayu will have 2 more guards and 2 more ciphers. And then we will get into our hardest fight of the game. That is the Vamp 2 fight. Don't blink. That's all I have to say. All right, getting ready for Vamp 2 from Tino. It's a hard fight. Very hard fight, I'm telling you. All right, fight's done. Very good. That was super hard. That was super hard to watch. Good fight, though. Very good fight from Tino. Did the no zoom strategy, which just saves a little bit of time. I mean, let's be real. There's just not much time you can save on that fight. But man, oh man, you can screw it up. And you could get ammo boxed, which if you're low on ammo, then an ammo box would spawn right where you're at, and it would just be blocking your field of vision, basically. You want to make sure you have your ammo count up before that fight. Tino on another time section. We've seen game overs here if you shoot the ciphers incorrectly or at the wrong time. And you would have to go back to the beginning of the section if you do get a game over. Tino looks like gets it successfully. And he's into the core, so no issues here. No game overs today. And now we enter endgame for Tino.
It's been a while, hasn't it, Jack the Ripper?
It's been a while. Oh, maybe a week.
You know this fellow? You remember me, don't you? You've grown.
Yeah, this section you don't need to mash or do anything. It's basically just a torture tutorial. You'll never die. You'll never lose any health here. Mayu coming up to her Vamp 2 fight. Let's see how she fares. Goes with the safer zoom approach, but pretty clean fight as well.
Listen, I'll free you in a little while. Brace yourself.
All right, time for the bare-boned naked section for Tino. Jejunum can be a very scary place. I've seen people miss the gap. Like Tino's going to cartwheel over. I've seen people get an alert and lose a bunch of time
There's
here.
somebody there.
Multiple people. Very scary place if you do screw it up. And you can definitely bleed time. Tino going for the more risky approach. Cartwheels into the guard. Very good. And gets the gap. If you miss that gap, you're losing a minimum of 11 seconds. But fairly clean from Tino. Gets out of there without a scratch. And he's on to the ascending colon. Ascending colon, you just have to answer a series of 6 codec calls while not being too far south or too far north. And then you will receive your high frequency blade. You'll have to swipe it once to start a 45-second timer. So the game makes sure you know how to actually use the blade. And then you can actually progress. And while Tino is at this de facto auto scroller, we'll see how Mayu handles Jejunum. Ascending colon, you just
What are
have
you
to be
thinking?
north of where you spawn, essentially.
Moron.
If you don't swipe the blade or you're hanging out in the south, then the
What are
game
you
just will
thinking?
not progress until you get north again. It's a very weird thing.
Moron.
All right. It is Mayu's time to shine in Jejunum. Now you can play it safe. It looks like Mayu will play it safe. Meanwhile, Tino onto Tengu 1. He's going to run to the end of the room, go into first-person view, do a punch-punch kick. Let go of first person during the kick and skip the fight. Nice and clean. That was so fast, I almost forgot to say something. And Mayu got through her Jejunum pretty clean as well, so very, very nice by both players. Tengu 2, a lot of variants here. You can stand either in the center of the room or you can go in the Bestwick position like Tino is doing here. You're going to try to nail these guards before they jump down, while Snake takes care of other guards that do jump down or come from the other side. But I've seen a variance of 20 or 30 seconds in this room, depending on how well your shots are, how well Snake does. Just a lot of RNG in this room. Not really in danger of dying per se on very easy, but I have seen people get the bleeding. I've seen Snake get to a pretty low health level as well. But I think that position is just a little too far back. You want to be like a couple more steps forward to get that ideal position. And Tino's just aiming a little too high. Just off on the shots, just in general. You don't want to hit Snake because that'll knock him down and it'll take him 5-6 seconds to get up. But, all right. Okay fight, not the best. Mayu could gain a little bit of time with a good Tengu 2 fight, but I think at this point, it's going to take a lot. But give both racers credit. With all the mistakes so far, still a relatively close race. And just as a reminder for all races, we will go to the in-game timer, so that means we will be watching the credits. And whatever their in-game time is, that'll be their official score. All right, Tengu 1 for Mayu. Gonna swap to the AK, kill some guards, try to get to the end of the room and do the skip. Oop, cartwheels into the little box on accident. Almost gets kicked. Nice avoidance there.
the
First
best
try,
whisperer on
glitch.
my
Very
planet.
nice. Very clean.
I had to smoke out the agent before the mission entered the
Meanwhile,
final
Tino is just getting
phase.
his cartwheel
Came in handy.
cartwheel
As
count
fate.
up before the Metal Gear Ray fight,
Those
which,
days during
once
the Civil
again,
War
don't
were as
blink. It's a
real as
short
they
fight.
come. Every day was
Mayu going with the
absolute.
Bestwick setup as well. Maybe just a touch too far back.
You ran from
Looks
it,
okay.
and now you've been led back to war by something less than real.
All right, let's see what Tino does with the Ray fight real quick, because this will be short and sweet. It's going to go middle Ray first. Oh, doesn't get full damage, so this is going to be a little bit of a time loss. Okay, gets that Ray. Yeah, just unfortunate. He didn't shoot the first missile fast enough, and he only got a third damage on the first Ray. It's about a 8 to 10 second time loss, but a little bit of an opportunity for Mayu to close it just a hair, just a hair. All right, Mayu done with her Tengu 2 as well. The gap's roughly about a minute and a half-ish, so not too bad.
What do you hope to hear? You know he doesn't know anything.
Tino coming up to his final boss fight, which is Solidus. He'll be using that wonderful yet trash blade during this fight. Ideally, would be like around a 45 second fight. Be divided into 2 phases. You will slash Solidus 3 times at the start. He'll shoot some rockets at you. You'll rinse and repeat 3 times. And then you'll go into phase 2, where there is some RNG involved. He can dash a few times. He can dash once. He can give you an elbow. You can do like a parry where you try to break his attack as he's attacking you. There's a lot of things you can do during this fight. And here we go. Swipe, swipe, swipe. You want to stand a fair amount of distance away. That way Solidus actually shoots them rockets. And a clean phase 1. And gets a short dash as well. Very nice. Sometimes he can dash to the other side of the arena. All right, Ray for Mayu. 1. Full damage. 2. Retreat. The other one comes on stage. Clean fight for Mayu. Gains a little bit of time there. Ooh, Tino gets hit. And that's time for Tino. GG to Tino for sure.
Do you remember this place?
Of course. This is where we first met. I remember now. Today is the day I met you.
That's it.
Mayu just finishing up her torture sequence. We'll switch the audio over to hers. We'll see how she does on this Solidus fight. All right, pretty safe, pretty consistent. Phase 1 gets the short dash.
Good work, Jack. But this is where it gets interesting.
Unfortunately, gets a lot of bad RNG there by dashing 65,000 times. One more set of slashes for Mayu. Pretty bad RNG. And that is time for Mayu. So GG to both runners for sure. But like we said, we will go to the score screen
Do you
for
remember this place?
both competitors just for scoring purposes, get the official scores.
This is where we first met.
And
I remember
so, yeah,
now. Today is the day I
good
met
race. A lot of exciting moments, a lot of
That's it.
a lot of ups and downs for sure. Definitely a pleasure to call. But remember, up next, we will have Makarov 360 versus Joseph Joestar 316. Should be a pretty exciting race. And it'll be myself and Apache on commentary. So stay tuned. Enjoy the credits, and be back to you here in a few minutes. But we'll leave it right here.
want their genes to live on.
Are you
Yeah,
talking about
I'll be back in a few minutes.
Yeah. But genes aren't the only thing you pass on. There are too many things that aren't written into our DNA. It's up to us to teach that to our children.
what kind of things?
About the environment, our ideas, our culture, poetry, compassion, sorrow, joy. We'll tell them everything together.
Is that a proposal?
This is for your ears only.
So, chat, how's it going? How are y'all? Hope you guys are having fun. Because I know I am. But yeah, like we said, 2 more races coming up. And if you like very easy league races like this, every Thursday night, usually starting at around 6 p.m. Eastern time, we do have at least 2 races every week. And then the rest of the competitors, they either have Discord match races in the MGSR Discord, or they race on their own respective Twitch channels. So if you want to see the schedule and the standings, there is a couple of links for you to view. Give you a week by week schedule. The MGSR races are scheduled roughly a week or so in advance. We have week 4 races set up for next week. We'll have 2 next week. Should be very, very exciting. And if you like speedruns in general, be sure to click this wonderful link. Join our Discord. Full of valuable information, valuable people. If you want to learn, if you want to just chill, hang out with the community, great place to be. Um, one of the best Discords I've ever been around. The community is awesome. They will lend a helping hand anytime they want. And be sure to give the Twitter a follow as well. Mr. Apache Smash and Company, Joseph Joestar, run the Twitter for the most part. It has become a very, very good Twitter in recent months, mostly thanks to them. Give that a follow. I think we're nearing big old 500 followers, so pretty significant milestone. And be sure to follow Apache Smash on Twitter, because that's relevant. Yeah, credits are from the time you get the final hit on Solidus to the actual score screen, 9.5 minutes. One of these days, I'm just going to replace my set of credits with just a bunch of random text and messages in my credits, or just change the theme song or something. I'd rather have MGS3's credit song in MGS2, Way to Fall. I like that much better than this. Don't at me. It could be since I've listened to this song so many times, maybe I'm just tired of it, but it's okay. I give it a solid 6. Yeah, MGS1's is alright, MGS2's is alright, MGS3's is good. MGS4's is actually okay. I don't mind that for the ending credits. The problem is there's just 20,000 sets of credits and they're like 65 hours long in MGS4. All right, nearing the end of the credits for Mr. Tino. I'm going to guess this will be a 105.46. That's going to be my guess. 105.46. Am I good or what? Are you serious? 1 second off. 105.47. That's funny. That's just funny. I need to stop playing this game. Oh, that's insane. And I think Mayu's will be a 107. 107.57. 107.57. But yeah, very respectable time very respectable time with all the issues for sure for Tino. It's a decent time. Yeah, 107.57 is my guess for Mayu. All right. Survey says 108.18. So a little farther off with that one, but still not too bad. Yeah. So we will get you guys ready for the next one, Makarov and Joe. We're gonna go to a bit of intermission, and we'll be back here in a couple of minutes. Stay tuned.